Hi, everyone. My name is Jess. I'm going to be presenting with Peyton, Abby, Daniel, Evan, and Briggs, and we're going to be talking to you guys about the Cardinals' new stadium. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just a little bit of the importance of the history of baseball. It's kind of known as America's pastime, and it has been since it was invented. It started with the National League in 1846, and that's according to history.com. And then later on, the American League was founded as well. Today, there's 30 baseball stadiums. 29 of them are located in the US, and then there's one in Canada. And a lot of a lot of teams have gone through different renovations of their stadiums and moved throughout stadiums in their history. So a little bit about Cardinals history is that they were founded in 1882. They've played in 3 stadiums so far, and they hold 11 World Series titles. So some of our goals in building this new stadium is just bringing the community together. We're going to do that by involving outside businesses and just being able to promote the Cardinals to their already existing fan base while growing their fan base as well. So we decided to build in Wentzville, Missouri. It's right off of I-70, and it's experiencing a lot of rapid expansion. Since 2000, it has been booming with more people traveling there and living there. It's near a major highway, which is good because it'll be easy for people to travel to. It's also well populated, but it is away from city traffic concerns, so it won't be an issue of people clogging the city with the Blues Stadium down the road. And it'll be just a nice central spot for people from St. Louis and then also from areas like Columbia, and just kind of a central location for fans to gather. And then a couple of details about the field itself. It's going to be 400 feet to center field, so it will equal 4.5 acres in total field area. It'll be 18 acres in total, which will include all of the seating and the vendors and everything. And then we'll have 16,000 parking spots for cars and then 40 parking spots for buses so that people can be bussed in. And again, trying to just get away from the issue of traffic and congestion during sporting events.
So for our facility design, so as shown previously and shown in the upper left is our blueprint, and it includes 5 different levels in which fans will be able to watch and enjoy the game. And then in the bottom right corner is shown for what the ticket sales will look like online. As you can see, it shows what is and what is not purchased and where the select seating is, and which level and tier and which section all around the stadium.
Construction costs and funding. The total estimate cost will be 550 million. The grass will be $2 per square foot. The dirt will be 3,000 per 50 yards, and the labor cost will be 384,000. 500 workers for 40 per hour. 185-day estimate building period. And the private funding with private funds, partnerships, corporate bonds, and the public financing, citywide public financing strategies.
So our opening event is going to be called the Night at the Ballpark, and we're expecting a lot of excitement and anticipation surrounding the upcoming season. So we want to give fans a chance to get onto the field, meet some of the players, some of the team executives, coaches, everybody that's just involved with the organization. We're going to have things like beer and concession tasting, meet and greets with players, coaches, and team executives, and raffles. We're going to be partnering with Salt and Smoke Barbecue just to kind of cater a little extra food for our guests. So for the raffles, it's going to cost $10 a ticket, and some of the prizes are going to include home game tickets, signed merchandise, credit for the team store, and a grand prize that'll include a pair of season tickets and a custom jersey signed by all of the players. And to get into this event, our ticket prices are going to be $75, and this will include parking, 3 meal and drink tickets, and entry. And just a little bit of the pricing breakdown from Salt and Smoke. Our total food cost is going to be around $2,132.50. And some of our raffle prizes, we've estimated the cost is going to be around $5,500. And ticket revenue, assuming we sell 400 tickets at $75 a piece, it's going to be about 30,000. And with the raffle tickets costing $10, we're predicting $5,000 to $10,000 in sales, giving us a total revenue of $35,000 to $45,000.
So for our ancillary services, in order to bring in the best possible experience in terms of snacks and concessions, we will outsource and partner with other companies to bring in the concessions fans want available at the stadium. We choose to do this because outsourcing concessions provides various benefits, including capital resources and purchasing power, management expertise, and menu flexibility, according to Steinbach 2000. It also provides a peace of mind for our staff at the stadium that allows them to focus more energy and attention on providing the best experience for the guest. We will be sure to provide the most efficient concession service we can. We want to provide the highest level of service for the guests by having a full wait staff in the booths, various staff members all around the stadium. Food and drink will only be provided on the days of the events. Another way we will be selling through our concessions is by having a computer kiosk at each concession stand, where fans can order their food from the computer and have a ticket where they scan at the front of the concession stand when grabbing their food. Having this computer system will keep the lines down and shorten the wait when the stadium is crowded, and fans would spend 42% more on concessions if the line were cut in half, a theory that was proven at Empower Field at Mile High, the Denver Broncos, where they successfully cut lines in half and saw a 34% increase in sales. With our computer kiosk, we will be able to have efficient concession sales, which will also boost our revenue. One thing that can be very difficult when managing a stadium with a large number of guests is alcohol management and control. With liability laws in mind, we will take many proactive measures that will hopefully reduce the likelihood of an accident. For example, we will implement a clear bag policy that our guests are tempted so that our guests are not tempted to try and bring in their own alcohol. We will also use a professional scanner to scan IDs rather than simply looking at them to ensure everyone that's drinking at the stadium is of legal age. We will also have a boosted number of security within the crowd with sole responsibility for watching alcohol consumption and ensuring the safety of our guests is a top priority. We will sell alcohol until the 7th inning of every game. This ensures that the fans have time to drink water and sober up before leaving the stadium. Parking will be controlled by our venue, and there will be season parking spots available as well as single game parking spots available. Our parking structure is spread throughout the surrounding of the first base side on the stadium. The closer parking spots means that they will be more expensive. Our front row parking spaces will be reserved for our suite members, Diamond Club members, and donors. Their parking spots will be included in their ticketing fees and suite fees. Parking spots after that will range from $20 to $40 depending on single game or season tickets. All parking revenue will go towards the annual revenue of the stadium, and there will be a separate drop-off section for the people that are Ubering or busing to the stadium to keep the traffic under control. The bottom line in our operation is to build an outstanding stadium and become an extraordinary baseball team. To accomplish this, we will need a high amount of revenue to offset the high payroll costs that will be incurred by building a great team. One way to generate more revenue that we already have is concessions. Another way to generate revenue is selling through ticket merchandise. An article by Jesse Williamson claims that teams generate revenue from ticket sales, concessions, and merchandise sales. All of this revenue allows teams to maintain a high payroll and stay competitive. Based on this, it is crucial that we will sell merchandise on property as a means of generating revenue while providing a service to the guests. We will sell our merchandise in-house as well as online. There will be 6 merchandise stores in the stadium for our fans to shop in, and then other merchandise will be sold on the MLB website. We made these decisions for our ancillary services in the best interest of our fans and potential revenue. These services will give the fans the best opportunity to enjoy their experience at our stadium while also bringing in the most amount of profit we can get. So ticketing and box office sales We will sell tickets in-house when we open the stadium and continue that for the first 6 months. This will help us stay organized and be able to keep track of our ticket sales at the beginning. If our team becomes very popular very fast, it causes our ticket sales to be overwhelming, then we will move to outside ticketing contracts and get in with SeatGeek and Ticketmaster to help do our ticket sales as well. Since we are a brand new stadium, we expect there to be a lot of ticket sales, but the plan is we will not move into outside contracting until after the first 6 months. Our ticket prices will depend on both the newness of the stadium as well as the team they are playing and if it is a preseason, regular, or postseason game. For the base of our ticket prices, we did research into other MLB stadiums that are like ours and play teams that are in the same league as us. We will look at what our competitors are asking for and then try and sell them at the same level or for cheaper. After all of this research, it gives us a good idea on where we want to start our ticket prices. In our stadium, we have 5 different levels for fans to buy tickets from, and our seating behind home plate will be more expensive because of the view of the field. It is much better than ones on the first or third base side. In the top level, we will have a starting price of $50 on the first and third base side and $70 for behind home plate. These will be the cheapest tickets in the stadium since they are the furthest from the field. For the fourth level, the tickets will start at $75 for the first and third base side and then $95 for behind home plate. For the second level, prices will start at $120, going up to $200 depending on the location and game. The lower level tickets on the first and third base side will range from $180 to $250. In the lower level behind the home plate is the Diamond Club seats. These seats will most likely hold celebrities, high-end donors, previous players, and people that are willing to spend a lot of money for the game. They will get full service treatment. Alcohol and food are included in their ticket, and since they are right behind home plate and on ground level, they will have the best view of the field. These tickets will range from $350 to $600. If someone loses their ticket, they will need to have proof that they bought the ticket in the first place. With that said, we will be sure everyone that buys a ticket will receive both a printed and emailed receipt with a barcode that they scan to get in for their ticket. And that's how they will get into the stadium as well.
So with crowd management and security, it's extremely important to have effective crowd management and security within a stadium of this size. So why is it so important? It's for safety, obviously, organization, and also just the general preservation and respect for our facility. We will have many security guards placed around the stadium to handle out of control fans if need be. We will handle the security in-house, and we will have a separate paycheck and training sessions for the security than we do the actual cops we will have. The stadium will have approximately 55 security guards standing between each seating section on the first level. The Diamond Club will have a total of 3 security guards on the field level and 3 inside the dining/entertainment area. We will hire many cops to roam around the first level of the game in case something happens, and they will be present there for it. On the suite level, we will have a security guard at each suite entrance and one cop to walk in and out of each suite. In the third level, we'll have 40 security guards stationed with 1 in each section. The very top level, we'll have 40 security guards, 1 for each entrance of the section, and we will have fewer cops on the top level because the other cops will be wandering around inside by the concessions, and the seating capacity in the top level is less than the lower level, so we won't need as many. And then the stadium will have 95 permanent members. The rest of the workers, like ticket scanners, and the cops will be the game day staff. The security will be trained over a week where they will see some scenarios that might happen and basically just practice what to do if something does arise. A company that trained other security guards for other stadiums near us will be hired to come and teach them basically just what they need to know. This training will prepare them for if a fight breaks out in stands, if there is a streaker on the field to get them off without escalating, etc. The security guards will be checking people coming in for guns, knives, basically any weapons and unsealed liquids. Fans will feel safe at our facility by seeing how many security guards and cops are walking around to make sure nothing is going wrong, and just making them feel generally safe and protected. Also, by the welcoming of the other workers, because of how nice they are to their fans, they'll also feel a sense of safety and comfort within our facility, which is extremely important. And to provide a safer environment for the public and the fan entry of the MLB, our stadium, like said previously, will have a clear bag policy that limits the size and type of bag that can be brought into our stadium. The size limit for bags will be 6 by 8 inches per person. And for fans buying merchandise, we will use recycled clear bags to put their merchandise in as well, just to make sure that everything in the fans' bags can still be seen. Crowd management is extremely important, goes along with the security. We will have signage and security presence said previously, just to direct the attendees of the events in the right direction, giving the bartenders and security the right to kick individuals out / cut them off if need be. That also goes along with us stopping alcohol sales after the 7th inning, which is extremely important. And then just having effective contingency plans in place for if a crowd does seem to get out of hand, as well as have all the stadium staff trained and prepared in case of emergency, just basic first aid, CPR training, etc. And then why you should invest. Investing and investors are a vital part to this project for the success and just the general capability of our stadium. Fortunately, there should be no trouble finding investors for a project, especially of this size, as there are so many diehard Cardinals fans, number one, and number two, it is bound to be a success if we do follow through with all of our plans. And another thing is that the benefits significantly outweigh the risks, which is huge. Some of these benefits of investing include when you invest in a stadium, it helps others out too by providing more job opportunities in the area with the construction and just the general concessions, security, like said previously. Also, baseball is, like said, it stood the test of time in America, and you can always count on people attending the games and spending money, as baseball is loved by so many in America, as well as just diehard Cardinals fans. And there's no other great way to enjoy your favorite team and relax with your friends quite like baseball.
So when talking about the return on the investment, that all depends on how well the facility does and is very dependent on basically the fan base for the team. So on the left is the return on investment for the Cardinals from 2001 to 2021. And based on the estimated numbers that we have and from basically the past numbers from the organization in the last 20 years, the return on investment will likely come out to be over 40% in a year, which is amazing. And so Busch Stadium, which made over 287 million in 2021, since the stadium was made for 200 million, it was a very significant ROI. But again, it's all very codependent on the fans and how well the team does, and the marketing and how many fans we can attract and get to buy everything, which is easier once they're actually in the stadium. So, but since the Cardinals do have a diehard fan base and such a great history, this should not be a problem.
And that concludes our presentation for the new St. Louis Cardinals stadium. And we really hope that you want to invest in our project and know that it will gain a lot of profit for the community, the team, and the program. And so thank you, and we hope you want to invest.